Good evening, everyone, guys. Give me the clarity whether my voice is clear or not, everybody. Is my voice is clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Guys, at least give response on chat box. Just make this session interactive. No response. Okay, guys, just give your introduction, just short introduction. Whether you are from IT background or non-IT background. Simple. On chat box. Guys, give your introduction, just short introduction about yourself. Nobody is there. Everybody is keep silent just.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Siddhika, and my field was BCCA.
What? Please repeat.
My field was BCCA,
Okay, okay.
Bachelor's of, yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it, Siddhika. Good. Everybody, at least you can write on chat box if any issue is there. Just make session interactive. You are here for learning purpose and you are not interacting. Everybody, nobody is there. Okay, so tell me why you guys are here. What is the reason? What thing you are going to learn? What are the things that you are going to learn in today's session? Any idea, anything? Guys, give response. It is like I am just, you guys are just watching video, is it? Shall I call the name? Few names. Aniket, Deepank, Harsh, Kunal.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what happened? Why you guys are so silent?
No, sir. No.
Okay, so what you guys are going to learn? Which language you guys are going to learn now? Anybody?
Python, sir.
SQL.
SQL, okay. Yeah, at least give response. Whether it is correct or not is fine. Give response. Be frank, guys. It is a long journey. If you are not speaking first day and second day, then how you will learn the things? Yeah. Next, Kunhal, Harsh, anything? No. Okay. Okay, good. Let's start. But make session interactive. That will help you. Okay. Else it is like video which is going on. That is not good for you. You are here for learning purpose. So something you need to grab. That is important. Okay. So please let me know is my screen is visible, guys.
It is visible, sir.
Okay. So anybody is there who has attended master class? There is one master class on 29th of June that I have taken. So anybody is there who has attended that master class? Okay. Okay. No response. Got it. Okay. Before starting today's session, let me introduce myself, who I am. So my name is Pratish Srivastava. I am currently working as a specialist engineer, All India rank 6 in National Engineering Olympiad. 300 plus technical interviews I have taken, mentored 1000 plus students in different companies as well. Like right now they are placed in different companies. 300 plus live sessions I have taken, and 200 plus students got placed in different companies. This is all about me. And coming to my teaching experience, what I am thinking is, if you guys are able to understand, you just need to say that. That is very important, because if this session is interactive, then only you will learn the things. Else it will like something video which is going on, and everywhere you will see the videos. That will not help. So if any doubt is there, anything is there, you guys can ask that thing at that particular moment, because you are here for learning purpose. Whatever time you are spending, that time you need to spend for learning something. Okay, this is the first thing. Second thing that you guys need to remember, it is a long journey. It is not like 1 and 2 days like that. Okay, so day by day you are going to learn a lot of new things. A lot of new things are going to come from now onwards. Even till the projects, we will implement projects as well. So that also something which is very new for you. Those who are from non-IT background, for them also it is very like new thing which is there. So day by day, whatever sessions are there, if you are regularly attending this session, then at last you will get some result. And that result is very good. Even that will lead to your job as well. Whatever dream job and you want to go in IT sector, definitely you know the concepts of programming. And here we are learning Python program. So now this is all about me. Everybody at least give some just one line about yourself. Who are you? At least one line only. Make session interactive, guys. Otherwise, I will go in a flow that is not good. That will not help you. That is the reason. Just write on chat box. Simple. You can write on chat box. You are from IT background, non-IT background. That's it. No response. Still. Okay, I think some of you have fear of speaking. Satyendra, yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you, Satyendra?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I am good. What about you?
Same, sir. I am also fine, sir. My
Okay.
name is Tender Kumar. I am from Hisar, sir.
Okay. Where? From Nishadganj.
Hisar, sir. Hisar.
Okay. Okay. So what you are doing currently?
Currently doing MBA Business Analytics, sir.
MBA business analyst. Good. For that, Python is very important.
Sure, sir.
Got it. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, Satyendra. Thanks. Thanks for your response.
Most welcome, sir.
Anybody else who can go ahead? Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Anmol. Good evening. Go ahead.
Sir, myself Anmol Tyagi. I am from Delhi.
Okay. You are from Delhi. Okay. What you are doing currently?
Sir, currently I am watching Mirzapur actually.
Working as?
Sir, not working.
Okay. No issue. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Anmol. Anybody else who want
Thank
to?
you so much, sir.
Yeah. Thanks. Anybody else? Kunal, Harsh, anything? Okay. Okay, let's start today's session now. So basically, this is your first session. So I'm going to start from very basics. Even those who have attended the master class, these things I have already cleared in the live session, in the master class itself. But again, I am repeating because I want to get everything from scratch. So first, you need to understand what is programming, why we are having programming concept. Even we can do everything with our copy pen things are there. We can do everything. What is the use of programming? Why we are doing all those things? So we will start from there. Then we will go ahead. What is programming? Then there is one famous interview question. What are compilers? It is a very famous interview question. Those who want to switch their career to IT sector, 100% you will get this question. What are compilers? 100%. Compiler slash interpreter. There is one more term, interpreter. That is also very common. Then we will go with Python. What is Python programming? What is history? Where we are using Python? What are the companies that are using Python? And some features of the Python. So this is an agenda that we guys are going to use in today's session. So before starting, let me ask a simple question. Make this session interactive, guys. Okay, it is very simple. One simple question I am going to ask. Anybody who can tell me what is the answer we will get for this? Anybody? What result we will get? Simple multiplication. It is simple multiplication.
3600 sir. 3600.
It is 360. 12 3 ja 36 and 1 0 will be added. Okay. Same as it is if I am talking about something like 19 into something like 40 into 10. Anybody? Think.
760 sir.
19 4 ja 19 3 ja 57, 19 4 ja 76, 7600. Result. Mathematics. Python is all about mathematics. Okay, fine. So everybody is comfortable with multiplication, guys. At least say yes or no, or you can write on chat box why and no, that is fine for me. At least say, that is important. Everybody is comfortable with multiplication.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pro. Okay, one question now. Everybody knows about multiplication. Anybody is there who can tell me the answer for this question? You know multiplication, Anmol.
Sir, not this much.
We can do. We can do. If someone is asking this question, we can do, but it is little bit difficult. Is it or not? It is difficult or not? We
Yes,
can
sir.
do because you know multiplication. Everybody knows about multiplication. But the point is, when I'm going to solve this, it is little bit tricky. It will take little bit of time. One by one, we will evaluate. First, I will evaluate these two things. Then whatever result we are getting, then we are going to multiply that thing with 765. Then whatever result we are getting, that we are going to multiply with 940. So it is very difficult task, or you can say it is a complex problem. It is a complex problem. What we can say? Complex problem. Or you can say a tricky or difficult problem. So when problem is simple, even you know multiplication, that is fine. But when problem is simple, you easily know how to solve that. Very easily you can solve it. You know multiplication, you can just apply that multiplication, you will get the result. Okay, but when your level is increased, when the problem is increasing, when the complex problem is going to come into picture, at that moment, human brains are not having that much power to solve this within milliseconds. Human brain does not have this much of capability. Even we know this thing, how multiplication is working. As a human, I know how this multiplication is working. As you are the human, you know how multiplication is working. But when complex problem is coming, even the complex problem is related to multiplication, then also, as a human, it is very difficult to solve this problem. In these scenarios, your programming is coming into picture. Now, same thing if I will say to my computer, please solve this. Computer, please solve this. Or you can say calculate. So anybody just take a guess how much time calculator or your computer will take to solve this same problem. Anybody? How much time will it take if I'm using
Milliseconds, sir.
calculator or something like, yeah. Yes, Satyen, go ahead.
Milliseconds, sir.
Milliseconds, correct. It will hardly take 1 milliseconds or milliseconds, you can say. But the point here is, problem is same, but for human, that problem is little bit tricky. But for computer, that problem is not very tricky. So for these type of things, when the problem is complex or some difficult problem is coming, as a human, we are not able to identify to solve that problem, or we are not able to solve that particular problem. Here, computers are coming into picture. Here computers are coming into picture. Why computers are coming? Because if we are telling to our computers that multiplication is going to be done in this way, you can give any kind of number. You can give any kind. Guys, give me a moment. Yeah. So if we are giving any kind of number, then computer knows about multiplication, then it will solve for you. Your multiplication will be done for you. But when your problem is small, our human brain can easily solve that problem. It will not take much time for us to solve any problem. If you know tables, it is very, very simple. If you don't know tables, then you need to learn tables, then solve it. Then you can solve it very easily. Okay. So this is a reason programming is coming into picture. When programming is coming to solve our problem, which type of problem can we solve? Like we are going to solve simple problems with computer. Is it? I am going to solve simple problem with computer. I want to multiply these things. Shall I going to use computer for solving this simple problem? Anybody? 12 into 3. I want to multiply this. Am I going to use computer or calculator for this? Is it? Tell me.
You can use for both of these things.
We will never use them. For simple problem, if 12 3ja you don't know, then how much learning you have done till now? At least basic human things we can solve. Now 12 3ja 36. We know this thing, that is 360. Even we can do with the help of computers. Yeah. Even we can do same thing with computers. But for simple problems, there is no any use of computers. For simple problem, there is no any use of computer. But when complex problems are coming into picture, someone is telling something. Yeah, please. Who is that? Okay. When your problem is complex, then you need to use computers in this case. And when computers are coming, so how you can communicate with computers? For that, programming is coming into picture. So what is your programming? It is basically used for solving complex problems. See, it helps us to solve problems and carry out the task more efficiently. In this example, you can easily see how much time this is taking. Milliseconds. Within milliseconds you are getting the response. And how much time this much is this much of, like, as a human I am going to solve this, how much time it will take? It will take hardly, you can say, 4 hours or 5 hours. I'm just taking, if your mathematics is good, then it will take less time as well. Just average time I am taking 4 to 5 hours. Anything you can take it, it's up to you. Now when your problem is hard or complex, then those problems can easily be solved with the help of computers. When why programming is there? To solve our problems. Simple problems we can solve. As a human, simple problem we can solve. But when problem is complex, when little bit tricky problem is there, then it is very difficult for a human brain to solve that problem. So in these things, our programming is coming into picture. That is a requirement of programming, to solve complex problem for you. You are a human, you are a user, you want to perform some task. So for that, if your task is easy, you can do it, no any issue. But if your task is complex, then as a human, it is very difficult to handle that task. As a human, it is very difficult to handle that task. So in this case, your programming is going to come into picture to solve your complex problem. If your problem is complex, then you are going to use programming to solve your problems. Now tell me, why programming is clear or not? Why programming is clear or not? What is the use of programming? Why we are having programming concept? Anybody? If any type of question is there, please let me know. It is very simple. To solve our problems, to solve complex problems. Simple problem, we can solve it. But when complex problems are coming into picture, then as a human, it is very difficult to solve those problems. So in that case, we are having the concept of programming. Then we are going to use programming. That is a use. An example, this is your simple example you can take. Huh, guys. Any type of question, anything you guys want to ask in this? At least write yes or no on chat box or clear. Anybody? Guys, don't make session like this. It's just a boring session. If I will go in this way now, it is very boring. You will also think session is very boring. That is not. At least interact. You can just simply interact. Just consider me as your friend only. Okay? Don't think about instructor and all. Okay. Next point. I'm considering that you guys are comfortable. Okay. Now, let's take one example to understand why programming, what is programming. So for that, some example I am going to take here. Suppose that two persons are there. One is from India. Okay. And second is from something like France. Second person is from France. Now, they both want to communicate with each other. And there is no any common language. Remember this. There is no any English type of language which is common. Now, anybody tell me how they both can communicate with each other? Anybody? How they can communicate? Two persons are there. One is from India, second is from France. There is no any common language named as English. English language is not there. So if this type of scenario is occurring, then how they both will communicate with each other? That is my question. Anybody? They both want to communicate with each other. How they will communicate? Whatever you are thinking, you can say. Whether it is correct or not, that is fine. But at least whatever you are thinking, with this scenario, what you guys are thinking, just say that. They both want to communicate with each other. How they will communicate? Two persons are there. One is from India, second is from France. And they both want to communicate with each other. How they will communicate? And there is no any common language like English. How they will communicate, guys? Anybody? Siddhika, what about you? What you are thinking?
They will communicate by action.
By action. Yeah, one answer is this. Yeah, correct. Next one. Suppose that they don't know actions because everybody don't know sign languages. Next. You
So
can
in
take
that case, we have photos, right? With the
uh,
help of photo or pictures, we can communicate with each other.
with the
Even
help
though
of
there is
photos.
yeah, any kind of picture they can share.
But everything we cannot communicate with the pictures.
Code language or code sign.
Sign
So they can write on papers.
yeah, that is one answer. Good. Next. Acha. Everybody knows like our PM Narendra Modi. Okay, everybody knows about that. Okay, this is the person, some honorable prime minister is there. So they are going on some other country. Okay, and they want to communicate with the pupils of that country. Okay, that country people, because even PM Modi doesn't know everything about English. Sometimes they were also speaking things in Hindi. And those peoples are able to understand that thing. How?
So
Translator. That thing is there. Because if two persons are there, there is no any common language which is present. Then still if you want to communicate, definitely there must be some translator you need to use. You can put yourself in that place. Suppose that's Lakshmi is there. Lakshmi is from Chennai. Let's take one example. I am from something like Delhi. Lakshmi knows Tamil. Okay, I knows Hindi or English. And English, like I told you, English, there is no any English language. If Lakshmi wants to communicate with me, then definitely if I don't know English and she don't know English, definitely there must be some person who will tell what Lakshmi is telling, and that I will understand. Is it or not? That is the flow or not? Everybody. Yes, it is only the flow. That is your translator. Some translator will be there. Then only I can understand what Lakshmi wants to say. Okay, so a translator is coming into picture. So that translator also coming here. If they both want to communicate with each other, 100% translator must be there. Because sign language, everybody don't know sign languages. Coming to the picture, we don't have everything which is there in picture. And if we are if you are connecting through live virtual meetings, then also pen paper is also not visible in that case. Then only which thing is visible? Translator is visible. So here also some translator is going to come into picture. Now why I am explaining this thing? This thing I am explaining to explain the computer architecture. Because behind the scene, same thing is happening. Why programming? Same thing is happening behind the scene. Let's take one example. So this is just take this thing in your mind. And then the next example that I am going to take, please consider that example. Then you'll be more comfortable. What is this translator? Why I am talking about this translators? See, one more example. Suppose that I want to perform this calculation. I want to perform this calculation, something like 800, something like 567. I want to perform this calculation. Now, my question is, can I say directly to my computer, hey, computer, just solve this? Can I say, and whether computer will solve it for me? Is it? I am saying to my computer, computer, please solve this calculation. Whether computer will solve it for you? Tell me. Think. You are saying to your computer, computer, please solve this. Computer will solve for you.
Now we have to give some command to them.
No, computer will not solve. Now, what is the reason why computer will not solve? Now the story is going to come, same thing, whatever I am going to, like I have explained in the last example. Same thing is going to come here. Now, why translator is required, that you will understand. Suppose that I want to perform this task. Some task I am giving. Suppose that multiplication is my task. I am writing multiplication of something like 298 into 987 into 765, something like this number. This thing I want. Anybody who can tell me in which language I am writing here? In which language I am writing here? Anybody? It is English. Normal English we are writing. Because in computers, everything we are writing in English only. Okay, English language we are writing here. Now this is our computer. This is our computer. Okay. Now, here I have written something that is nothing but some command or some instruction, whatever you can say. Till right now, we are not discussing this. We are having some task. Just consider this one as a task. Now, whatever human is there, so human is giving some task. So human knows which type of language. Human knows either Hindi or English or some native languages. Okay, Hindi, English or some native languages, anything you can take. English, Hindi, or some native language like Tamil, Telugu, whatever you can consider it. Okay, this is a thing. So this is my task that I want to perform, and I want to give this task. I want to perform this task with the help of computer. Now, how computer will perform this? Now, anybody who knows which language computer knows, which kind of language computer knows? Any idea? In your school days, you have learned this thing. Which kind of language is computer knows? It is binary language. Binary language means zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. Now, two persons are there. Just consider this example. Two persons are there. One person is there who is writing everything in English. Second person is there who only knows binary language. And they both want to communicate with each other. They both want to communicate with each other. Now, my question is how they will communicate with each other. Anybody? Just take previous example. With that, you can easily understand how they will communicate.
I think we have to convert it from English to binary language so that computer will understand.
Yes, that is your translator. What we need to do is, whatever English code we have written, we need to convert that English code in which language? In binary language. Binary language is also known as machine language. So what is the job? If you want, if I am a user, I want that computer will perform this task for you, then directly computer will never perform any task for you. Any task for you. The reason is, we as a human knows English or Hindi, some native languages. Our computer knows which kind of language. It is your binary language. So binary language and English language, both are different languages. If both are different, they cannot communicate with each other. If they both want to communicate with each other, then they need to have some translator. And what this translator will do? This translator will convert your machine code, sorry, English language to, anybody? English to machine language or binary language. This is a complete story. This is a complete story. Now, this is just a normal example that I have taken. In technical terms, when I am talking about technical terms, what is technical terms? In industry level, what this translator is known as, what this English type of language is known as, what this binary language is known as. In technical terms, the names are different. In technical terms, the names are different. What are these names? Let me tell those names first of all. Okay. Technical names. What are these technical names? Try to understand this. Your English language, because we are writing our command or instruction here, this one, this part, this is what? This is nothing but something, some task I am giving to my computer. So that task you are giving. So in which language you are giving? You are giving your task in either Hindi or English or some native language. Now, in technical terms, which language is this one? Which language is this one? This is known as high level language. Remember this, high level language. High level language means English type of language. English type of language. The language that we are using for writing some commands, some task, that is known as high level language. Now, what is machine language? Machine language is your what? Anybody just see this and tell me what is machine language here. Think, what is machine language here?
Zeros and one or boolean.
Zeros and ones. That is your binary language. So in technical terms, we are talking binary languages as machine language, because machine knows this language. Okay, binary type of languages. Okay. Now the conversion part, that is your translator. Remember this. I talked about translator. Anybody who can tell me what this translator is doing here? It is just converting your English code to binary code. English code to binary code. This conversion is going on. How this conversion is going on? This conversion, this translator and this compiler, both are same. Remember this. The job of compiler and translator, both are same. Now, if someone is asking about the definition, what is the definition? The definition is compilers are used to convert high level language to machine language. Machine language. So these are the three technical terms which are there. What is this high level? High level means the language that we are using for writing our task. For writing our task. That is your high level language. What is your translator? Translator is nothing but your compiler. What is your compiler? Which will convert your high level code or the code that you have written into machine. That is your compiler. That is your compiler. And what is binary language? In technical terms, we are not calling it as binary language. We are calling it as machine language. That is the thing. So in these three things, any doubt is there, please let me know. If any kind of doubt is there, please let me know. What is high level? What is machine language? What is compiler? Any kind of doubt. Yeah. Anybody? Shall I think that everything is clear for everyone? Is it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, this is the thing. Translator spelling mistake. Okay. Now, this is some technical terms. Now, what is programming? So, programming is nothing but your task. This English language, this code you are writing. This code you are writing. That is what? That is your program. Programs are what? Set of instructions. Some instruction you are giving in to your compiler. That instructions are nothing but your programs. So here, what is your program? This complete. Whatever this part you are saying, this is your program. So what is program? Some instruction, set of instruction. That computer, like that we need to give to our computers. What is set of instruction? These are some lines of code that I am writing. And what these lines of code? These lines of code are nothing but the instruction to our computer. What is a task computer needs to do? Which task computer needs to do? That is your program. So what is your program? Only set of instruction. It is just a set of instruction. So if I can show you, just a moment. Here, what is programming? Program and code. First, what is program? So program is what? Set of instruction. Set of instruction. So whatever task you want, you are creating, you are writing that task. So that task is known as programs. So here, what is your program? This is nothing but your program or code. Program or code, both are same, no any differences there. So what is your program? If I am writing in definition, what is programming / program? So program is what? Program is nothing but a set of instructions, that inform to our computer, how the given task is going to be performed. So what task you want, whether it is multiplication, whether it is addition, anything it is. So program and code both are same. What are same? It is just an instruction that we are giving to our computer that, hey computer, perform this task for me. Hey computer, perform this task for me. So that is nothing but your program. And remember, this program and code both are same, no any differences. Okay, whatever code you are writing, that is nothing but a program. Whatever code you are writing, that is nothing but your program. Now one doubt is coming, then what is computer programming? That may come in your mind. This is your program, that is fine, but what is computer programming? Now remember this thing, this whole structure, if I can show you, this whole structure is your computer programming. This complete structure. That means your program and the execution, both things together is your computer programming. That means you are writing some instruction and our computer is going to execute those instructions. Our computer is going to solve those instructions. That is your computer programming. So if I can show you what is computer programming, then the process of creating set of instruction. What is set of instruction? Set of instruction is your program. Okay, set of instruction is your program. Now, after creating set of instruction, what is your next job? Our next job is that tells why we are creating this instruction to perform some task. to perform some task. So that is nothing but your computer programming. Computers, how and what task computer needs to do, which task computer needs to do, that we are giving some instruction to our computer. That is your computer programming. So computer programming is just a process. This complete process is your computer programming. This complete process, I have shown you this complete process. This complete process is your computer programming. So if I can write the definition of computer programming, then we can say computer programming is what? It is just a process, complete process, from writing a code till execution. From writing a program till your execution, your computer programming is going to come into picture. So complete process is known as computer programming. Complete process. So this complete process is known as computer. That is the meaning of computer. Okay. Now, how this process, how this execution, how we can write the code, how we can write programs, how we can done this computer programming, how we can do this computer programming. That is our next objective. So for computer programming can be done with the help of different programming language, the help of different programming languages. And you already listened few of the languages. Anybody? What languages you guys have listened that this is your programming language? Anybody?
Python,
Python, correct.
Java,
Java,
C, C++.
C++. Anything else? JavaScript, C#. Right now, Golang is also going on. All these are there, etc. So what are these? These are nothing but the languages that is used to perform this complete task. This complete task. Okay, so what it is doing, just try to understand this. This is our program that we are writing. In which language we are writing our program? In high level language. High level language means English type of language. In English type of language, because we as a human knows English language. Computer knows zeros and ones. And if I want that computer will perform some task for us, then we need to give some instruction to our computer. Hey, computer, perform this task for me. Then only computer will perform that task for you. Else computer will not perform that task for you. Okay, so that is a complete story of computer programming and computer coding. That is program and code and computer. Now, any question, any doubt is there in this, please let me. Any type of doubt, any type of question, whatever you want, you guys can ask. This is simple. What is computer programming that we have discussed? Anybody? Any type of question? Silly question, any type of question you can ask. Okay, it's up to you. Something is coming. No, sir. Okay, Subha Lakshmi. Others? Only Subha Lakshmi, Stika. What about others?
No, sir.
Okay, so it is clear. Fine. Next one. Dipang, please turn off your camera. Please turn off your camera. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now after this, next one. Next is what? What are compilers? Very, very important. Very, very important interview question. What are compilers? Now, please focus, because if you are remembering this structure, then rest things are very, very easy for you. Because if this structure is clear for you, then in future, when the new things are coming, then those things are very, very easy for you. And in interviews, 100% they will ask what is compilers. 100%. Okay. So now let me tell you what are compilers. Now remember this thing. This is an image that is there. I have already created this image. Remember this. This is your set of instructions. Set of instruction means program, some instruction you are writing. Now that instruction you are passing. Now what I said, compiler will compile your code. Remember this thing. Compiler is going to work as a translator. Translator means your code is going to be converted from high level language to machine language. Now who will execute? Because compiler will only compile. What compiler is doing here? Compiler is only translating your code. Translating. Okay, it is not executing your code. It is an interview question. Whether because many of these students are thinking compiler will execute your code. The answer is no. Compiler will never execute your code, because what is the job of translator? Translator will only translate your code. It will never perform something for you. It will simply translate. Same as it is, compiler is just a translator. It will just translate your code. After translation, because see, some instructions you are writing here, that instructions are going to be executed in your computer. That is, computer will perform some task for you. Some task is going to be performed. So who will perform that task? Remember this thing, CPU will perform that task. Compiler will only execute your, compiler will only convert your. Who will execute? CPU will execute. Our CPU will execute. Okay, this is a story. So here, what are compiler? Compiler is just to convert your code into machine language or machine code. Who is going to execute your code? Our CPU is going to execute your code. Compiler will never execute your code. Remember this point. So this is a complete story, and please remember this diagram, because if you are skipping this diagram in future, when interviews are going to come, this will create major number of issues, because many of the topics are related to this one. Exception handling, completely based on this topic. Completely based on this topic. Because in exception handling, you will see what is the issue with compilation, what is the issue with this execution. Two type of issues can occur in your Python program. Whether the issue will occur when we are translating our code, this is the first issue. Second issue is your translation has been done, but after that, when your code is going into CPU for execution, at that moment, something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. That is your second step. So this is the complete story of compiler. Just one thing you need to remember, compiler will not execute your code. It will simply translate. Okay, only translation will be done. Okay, who will execute? CPU will execute. Computers will execute. That is the story. Now in this diagram, if any doubt is there, please let me know. Any type of question in this diagram? See, very important diagram it is. This is your first session, but after completing your Python module also, many of the students are having this doubt, 100%. This compiler. What about Deepang, Siddhika and all? Is it clear? Kunal, Harsh?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. Now, after compilers, next is what? So this is whole agenda that we have discussed. What is programming? What is program? Some basic level. These are very basic concepts. What is programming? What is programs? What is program? going on outside. So some network fluctuation is going on. Because of that, this session, like the network fluctuation issue is occurring. Guys, please let me know, am I audible clearly to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, I'm not able to share my screen. Please make me co-host. Yeah, fine. Yeah. So is my screen is visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now let's start. So what we are discussing is now till now what we have discussed is it is just programming. What is computer programming? What is program? Just basics. We have not discussed anything which is related to Python. Now Python is what? Python is also a programming language. Now we are going to discuss what is Python. What is Python? So it's a programming languages. We know this thing that it is a programming languages. Now, which kind of language it is? It is a general purpose, high level programming languages. Now, remember this. What is the meaning of general purpose? This thing is very, very important. General purpose. So basically, general purpose means you can use Python programming anywhere. Wherever you want, you can use Python programming. For example, I want to create my calculator. Can I use Python programming? Yes, you can use it. I want to implement my app. Can I use Python programming? Yes, you can use it. If I want to implement our own website, can I use? Yes, you can use Python programming. So you can use Python programming anywhere. Wherever you want, you can use Python programming. So Python is a general means common. Anywhere you can use Python programming. So general means common programming language. You can use Python programming anywhere. First point, Python is a general purpose high level. General purpose means you can use this programming languages anywhere. Wherever you want, you can use. Okay, you want to implement your app, you can use Python programming. If you want to implement your website, you can use Python programming. If you want to be a data scientist, you can use Python programming. If you want to be a data engineer, you can use Python programming. N number of ways, n number of things are there where you can use Python. So general means common. General means common. Like in your real time also, you have seen general stores. Anybody who tell me what is the meaning of general store? Like Ram general store or Shan general store, some shops you have seen. General stores, you will see general store. What is the meaning of general store? What you are seeing in that general store? In shop, generally you have seen Sham general store like that. What is that general store? What is the meaning of that general? Anybody? What is the meaning of general? Nobody knows. General means common. That means a shop where all the common items are there. Okay, are there for selling. Okay, so general means general store. General store means what? General store means a shop where all the general or common items are there for selling purpose. Okay, it is not specific that only this item is present. General item, anything you can purchase from here. Whatever general items are there, you can use it. Same as it is here, Python is a general purpose, common purpose. Anywhere you can use Python programming. Next term is very, very important. That is high level programming languages. What is the meaning of high level programming languages? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one is your General purpose is your common purpose. After that, we are having high level programming languages. What is high level? So basically, high level means it is similar to English language. Your Python language is your English language. What is the meaning of this? Just take one example. I am writing 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20.
हेलो स्टूडेंट। एक्चुअली क्या है कि सर के एंड से नेटवर्क इशू का थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो जो भी टॉपिक्स है आपको नेक्स्ट क्लासेस में कंफर्म किया जाएगा। ओके, हेलो, यू कैन लीव द क्लासेस। ओके।